Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you guys my summer to-do list and hopefully start on some projects. So anyways, this is my workroom. It is very messy. But yeah, this is usually where I work, do homework, start projects. Not where I sew though, because I need a lot more space to sew. My sewing room is like downstairs, but it's not really a room. Anyways, I'll set this camera up and we can get started. So, my camera is set up very precariously. I hope it doesn't fall off. Let me see, where is my app? This should be it. This is my list of things to do over the summer. My handwriting is super duper messy, so don't mind that. I've already finished some things, like the petticoat, for example. I did not film the petticoat because honestly, it would have just been me stressing over the tool for like 5 hours. Cause I wasted 5 hours of my life just staring at the tool and trying to figure out how to ruffle it. Cause I had like a whole kilometer of tool I had to ruffle for the bottom tier, and like, I don't want to gather a whole kilometer worth of tool. That's too much work for me. And yes, I use a metric system. I don't get the imperial system. Like, I know how to convert between the two because I have to for sewing. Because a lot of the stuff for sewing, a lot of it is usually in like inches, rather than centimeters. Unless it's from like overseas, in like China or Japan. Then they use centimeters. But a lot of patterns are also from America, so I have to know how to use inches and centimeters. But I still like converting inches to centimeters because like I like centimeters. It's like all evenly spaced. Inches, it's like spaced in like eighths or sixteenths, and like I don't know what 0.175 is. Anyways, I'm off track. I've already finished the petticoat. I finished painting the jars. Here, let me tell you. I have these like old jars lying around and I decided to like decorate them because I use them to hold some dried flowers I have. And usually like before, the lid of this was like an ugly dark green, forest green. It didn't really match with my vibe, so I got some paint from the dollar store and I painted it pink. And I also like crocheted these flowers to decorate it with like beads, and like this part is sticky because that's where the label used to be, so I just put like a laced ribbon over it to kind of cover it up. Yeah. I'm making these jars because I'm actually thinking of maybe going out picking some flowers or using these dried ones to like make my own essential oils. Because like, I don't know, it just sounds very cool and I'm bored. Yeah, a lot of the stuff on my to-do list has to do with that. Like, I'm thinking of making like a flower picking outfit because I want to look cute while I go outside and pick some flowers. I also need to get some things for the lotion and stuff I'm gonna make from the essential oil that I'm gonna make. So yeah. Oh right, I have a quick question for you guys. Should I use soy wax or beeswax? Because on one hand, soy wax is cheaper at like the craft store, but like beeswax, the recipe usually calls for beeswax, but then I searched up online and they said that soy wax could be used. So like, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, okay, I have to finish the petticoat. I have to finish the handful shirt. Because like, before summer I started on this shirt. I forgot what it was called, but I do know that like it had like those very big, unique hanfu sleeves. For those of you who don't know, hanfu is just like the name for the Chinese traditional ancient clothing wear thingamabob. Yeah, they have like these like really big sleeves that like are they kind of billows out. It's not hard to explain. It's supposed to look like one of the instruments. I think it's called like a pipa or something. Anyways, I have to finish that because I did get interfacing for the collar. But I do have to make the frog buttons. I'll figure that out later. Finish the apple jar, get labels for the jars, make a sun hat. Yeah, I want to make a sun hat because like I saw this cute one on Temu for $10, and I could just buy that because $10 isn't a bad price. But I saw that it was crocheted, so I want to make it myself. It's gonna cost a lot of time and work because like there's no pattern, but I have figured out the stitches that they've used. I know that they use like a moss stitch for like the hat portion, and then they use like a scallop stitch for the brim portion. I have no clue what kind of yarn they use for it to keep its shape. And I don't know what. Wait, no, they do give me dimensions, but they don't give me hook size because it's not a pattern. What do I expect? But I'll post a picture of that somewhere over here so you guys can like kind of see what kind of hat I'm trying to make. I have to like get twine for that, I think. And no, you do not see this. This is nope, not twine. It is fine, but like I don't like that twine. Yeah, I also have to get a lace ribbon for that because in like the hat that I saw online, they had like this really cute lace trim on the edge, like a lace bow. I think I'm maybe making into like a flower or something. Make a cute sundress. I've already kind of started on that. Like I've drafted up a bodice pattern for it because that's the hardest part. And like I found this like this online pattern book for like some Lolita dresses. It's called Otomino Sewing. I actually found it from another YouTuber. So I will link that book and file in the description because it's really, really cute. So yeah, I will have to work on that. And the bodice I drafted was from an old like dress that was very fitted. Okay. Get a straw basket. I already did this. I got a straw basket yesterday. It was $8 from the dollar store. Let me put a heart behind this so I know I've done that. I also have to decorate the basket. I'm probably gonna do that today. Unless I decide to make the sundress first. Depends on my mood. Do I want to make a dress first or decorate the basket? I'll figure that out later. Right, I also have to make a mini notebook. Because like I want to make a cute little mini notebook to like write down all of the recipes that I use. Like how much carrier oil I use, what kind of carrier oil I use. Like how much dry flowers, how long I leave it in for like the essential oil and like for the homemade lotion so thingamabob. I haven't figured that out yet, but for that I also want to like note down the recipe, like I don't know, have like a page for the recipe with like cute little flowers beside it, and then have a page for like notes for like future recommendations, what I should do in the future, things I should keep note of. Yeah, I really want to have like a cute little mini notebook for that. And I do have some notebooks, but like I don't like them. They don't really fit the vibe I'm going for, you know? Like I do have this one leather green one. What is that on top? This is very nice leather. I mean, I don't like the words in front, and I'm honestly not a big fan of the color, but it's a very nice book. You can tell by like how stiff it is. I have never opened this ever since my dad gave this to me. I don't know why he gave this to me actually. But yeah, I'm thinking of trying bookbinding as well. Because I need to make my own notebook. Let me put this back. Oh. There we go. So yeah, I'm thinking of making like a cute little like brown covered notebook. I do have some cardboard at home that I can probably use. I'm probably not gonna make it too fancy. I'll probably just make like the textbook version. Like I'll just take some paper, sew it together, use glue to keep it together, and I guess hope for the best. I was considering making my own paper because the printer paper is too thin, and I was planning on using my fountain pens for it. I really like fountain pens. They're very pretty and elegant. But yeah, I was planning on using my fountain pen for it. The printer paper is very thin, so the fountain pen will kind of like, you can kind of see from the page to the fountain pen ink. But I've decided to just, you know what, deal with it. I'll just figure it out once I get there. I also need to get, I did write down I have to get organic beeswax, but I'm thinking of getting soy wax instead because, like I said, cheaper. I also need to get like shea butter because I really want it to be like smooth and nice to apply and stuff like that. Oh right, I also have to make a cheesecloth. Either that or like a handkerchief or something. Cause like I do have this like not linen. What kind of fabric is it? I don't know. But I do have this kind of fabric at home. It's like kind of like the weave is very light and airy, and I feel like that would work well for a cheesecloth from what I've seen online. But I also want to like decorate and embroider the edges and make it very fancy to the point where I'll never use it. Yeah, the rest is just make oils, like lilac oil, because I have lilacs over there, peppermint oil, even though I don't actually have peppermint actually. I realized yesterday that the mint I have at home is actually like, what's it called again? Split lip hemp nettle. I think that's what it's called. Split lip hemp nettle. That is a tongue twister. And apparently it is poisonous, which is not good for me because I have a cat at home. Luckily, my cat doesn't really eat any of our plants. She does sometimes chew on the spicy peppers when we're around. Like, she knows not to do it because she knows it's spicy, but she's done it like twice in a row before. I don't know, cats are weird, but she's cute. I don't think she does that anymore. But yeah, luckily I don't think she ate it, because otherwise she would be paralyzed. Because those leaves cause paralysis? And part of it does cause paralysis. It just said like, if ingested, it causes paralysis. Anyways, I think I can still use that to make essential oil. I think. Give it a try, because like I have a lot of extra virgin olive oil at home from when I bought it to make like a singular face mask back in like grade 5 or something. It's been a long time. I can't believe we still have it. I hope it's not expired actually. I have to check. Also another question. Is it okay if the carrier oil smells? Because like, will it affect the scent? Because like, the extra virgin olive oil smells a lot, like olive oil, and I don't want the end product to smell like olive oil. So should I get a new carrier oil? That's gonna cost more money. Dang it! I wasted my money on the straw bag. Yeah, I also do like dandelion oil because I actually saw that there were a lot of dandelions outside. Another reason why I got like the straw basket, because like I wanted to like pick dandelions and maybe some, I don't know if I'm allowed to pick the wild rose flowers. Because like I see a lot, well, not a lot, but I do see some that are blooming, and I just, am I allowed to pick them? I don't know. I know that no one should mind if I take the dandelions. Yeah, I know no one will mind if I take the dandelions, but I don't know. I'll have to search up like the laws surrounding that later. And I also want to make rose oil, but I'm not sure if like the rose petals that I have would work, because I got I dried them from like a store-bought flower, and apparently you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to use like the store-bought ones because they have pesticides in them. So I just wrote, go pick some wild roses. So it depends on if I can. I have to decorate the containers. Oh yeah, I want to like get tin containers to like hold the product after I make it. So I have to do that as well, and I have to decorate the containers because I have decided that I don't want to write labels because that is boring, and I'm going to like crochet these like flowers to identify them. So like you can see here, this one's like for dandelion, so it's like it's yellow and puffy. And I also like added some pearls because I like pearls and I have a lot of mini pearls. This one's supposed to be like for peppermint, but now it's just gonna be for the other mint that I have. And I must say, like the two actually look very similar. Like the peppermint leaf and the split lip hemp nettle leaf, they look very similar. I think it's probably because like they're from the same mint family, genus, species. I failed biology, okay? And I'm still failing biology. Oh right, I also have like a bunch of aloe vera plants at home. They're super duper thick and like very fat and juicy. So I'm thinking of using like the gel inside that, or like the pulp or whatever you call that clear substance thingamabob. And I'm thinking of making something with that as well. And of course we have the lilac and the potential rose. Oh yeah, and I also added at the very end, I need to make a mannequin. Because mannequins can be very expensive. So I'm planning on making one of my own. I saw a few online, like some people online use this like website where they input their measurements and like the website gives you like a pattern because it does the math for you. I would do that, but then it costs like $20, $24 to get the pattern. And I am cheap. So I'm first gonna try the duct tape method. I did see some people doing it online, but like I'm gonna take it one step further. I'm gonna duct tape my entire body, and then I'm gonna like draw out the lines according to other mannequins where like the seams are, and then I'm going to like cut it apart, use that as like the pattern pieces, and hopefully make something from that. Because I do know that like some people would do that to like pattern bodices and corsets and other stuff like that, because it allows it to be very fitted to your body. So it should work for a mannequin, I'd say. Because like if you just leave it as duct tape, then it would be very sticky. It won't like a cotton cover, okay? That reminds me, I have to like get fabric for this. Get fabric. I don't have enough fabric to make a mannequin. At least none of like the, like I don't want to use any like very pretty fabrics to make like just a mannequin. So yeah, I have to go get some fabric. And since I am still very cheap, I am not going to any fabric store. I am going to the thrift store to get a bed sheet. Because bed sheets are cheap, especially those at the thrift store. And they're very big, and they actually have a lot of patterns. Like I found this really gorgeous like pink satin bed sheet. It's a pain to sew through because my sewing machine keeps on getting caught on like the little threads. I think that's because there's something wrong with like I'm not using the right needle. But yeah, I also have to make something with that. I'll deal with that later. Anyways, that is my to-do list for the summer.